here jamming, like, hey.
Yeah, the intro made me want to drop some bars. You know what I mean?
Right? I was like,
Hey,
oh
JC,
shoot,
how y'all feeling? Boo Thing
I'm
and
feeling
Bad.
all right.
I'm
All
good.
right, so
Tuesday.
you sipping? What y'all sipping on before we get started? What y'all sipping
Rolling,
on?
I'm rolling rock today. I'm rolling rock, rolling
Eh,
rock. But
I got my
listen,
water.
y'all, I got to tell you something. First of all, shout out to Fluffy Clouds, cloud surfing, cloud surfing. So I had to tell you about cloud surfing. Okay, so my girl Fluff,
Hey, Jasmine.
she has a little business, you know, the little business. So let me tell y'all about it. Y'all remember that time I fell asleep on the podcast? Okay, so I'm finna now this was a behind the scenes talk, but I'm finna hip y'all the game. Oh, that day my crew was late. They was late. And I was free gaming because like we typically be online by 7:15, 7:20. I'm pre-gaming. Nobody here. Just me pre-gaming and these little gummies. And so I was eating my gummies and drinking my drink. And I was like, I got ripped off. I had edibles. I thought I had got ripped off, y'all, because I ate one and didn't do nothing. Ate another one, it didn't do nothing. Ate another one, it didn't do nothing. I took a little sip and ate the other one. And it was like, take me to the bathroom. Y'all, I was asleep. Sean texted me, you all right? You all right, boo? Then Jazzy yelling, banging on the damn desk. Drink some water. Drink some water, Gibbs. Drink the water. So, needless to say, y'all, I've never had an edible since. But what made me think about it was my girl Fluffy, because Antoinette, shout out to Antoinette. She has this cloud surfing business, and that's what made me think about my edible experience. I was like, I'm good on that. It tastes like regular candy and stuff. And so it makes you, you don't think that
See, that's the
That,
thing
yeah.
about edibles. You got to be careful with them. You can't
Yeah.
just jump in, especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you ain't never, I don't care if you smoke 24/7. If you ain't never had an edible, you can't just jump in. You got to sample it. You got to give it some time. You got to see how it's going to affect your body. You
Mhm.
got to know the milligrams of it, because some stuff might only be 25 milligrams. Okay, yeah, you can eat a whole brownie at 25 milligrams. But if it's at 600 milligrams, yeah, you might eat a corner and see how that affects you.
But what's so funny is, Jazz, you remember you said, what music was you listening to? Because you was just dancing. You said you would not be moving, then all of a sudden you be dancing. You were like, what were you listening to?
That, that was that music in your head.
Right. Listen, and when I tell you, y'all ain't gonna never see me like that, but I had a moment like that. Like this has been like 4 years ago. Wait, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was at this conference, a professional conference at that. And there was a vendor, and there was a vendor. So I had missed one of the sessions. And when I came back, everybody was like, oh my God, it was so amazing last night. And they were all talking about these cookies and brownies and everything they had bought from these people. And I was like, okay, I want to try some too. So I got 2 cookies. First of all, they were bomb. They were really good. They were like chocolate chip macadamia nut cookies, which I love, or pecan or something like that. So I was like, well, let me get 2. Never had an edible in my life. Like, so fucking naive. So I go home. This on a Sunday. I go home and I'm like, I think I'm gonna eat me one. So I had no idea. Like nobody told me, nobody warned me. I don't know. Let me eat a cookie. So I ate like half a cookie. Same thing. I don't feel nothing. So I went on to hate the other half of the cookie. Like I didn't feel anything. So like an hour or two later, I was like, I don't feel nothing. Let me eat another half a cookie.
This your second cookie?
The second cookie. I ended up eating both cookies. And by the end of the night, it was like it went from I'm okay, okay. Like I swear to y'all, I was on the ground crawling from my bed to the bathroom. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't eat. I couldn't even focus.
Right.
I couldn't function. Like I was literally rolling out of my bed, sliding to the floor, crawling to the bathroom to go use the restroom, crawling back to my bed because my bed sat up kind of high, and then like literally climbing back into my bed. I was
and
like,
it seemed like everything is so big. So everything just gets so big. It was like
I was like that from
the stairs looked like they were so long. I was like,
girl,
I got to go up there.
I ain't never did that shit again. Listen, I was like that from Sunday morning, late morning, early afternoon, like 11, 12 o'clock when I ate them, to maybe 1 or 2 when I finished them, and I thought I was fine. And then when it kicked in somewhere mid Sunday evening, I was like that until Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning.
God,
I thought I was dying, and I had to call a friend of mine, like, girl, I ate these cookies, and I don't know. I think you need to come take me to the doctor. She's like, girl, like shit wrong with you. You high.
So were they big ass cookies or were they like Oreo size cookies?
They were like that big.
That's pretty big. Yeah, that's pretty big.
I promise y'all, I thought I was dying. She was like, girl, you ain't shit wrong with you. You high. You gonna be all right. Go sleep.
Basically,
I was like, girl, I'm dying. Come get me.
And so that, you know what? And the thing is I'm such a control freak that like there's certain medications I won't take because they make me feel like that. And so to me, the concept of people that get high every day, like why do you like to be out of control like that every day?
No.
Well, it depends on the person, but it also depends on what it is. You got your indica and your sativa. One's a mind high, one's a body high.
What you mean?
One makes your body feel relaxed, but your brain is totally intact. And one makes your brain high as fuck.
Now what if you do
what the hell I ate, but I ain't never ate it again.
Combo? You don't even know if you got a combo.
And that's why you gotta get it from a trusted source and know what you're doing.
Listen, I don't know what I had, and I ain't never hate that shit again. Cause no, it was a no.
Don't be scared of edibles, especially if you're somewhere where it's legal. You can definitely go to the dispensary. You can ask them 1,000,001 questions. And you can find out because, like I said, like you can get something that's 25 milligrams where you're not gonna feel like that. You just might feel something slight. Or you can get something heavy, 500, 600, 400 milligrams, where you high as all get out. It just depends on what you're trying to do.
Woo! I just don't understand, bro. I just don't understand. I was just like, what? Yeah. And so that was my little try, and I didn't, and it didn't smell. You know how typically you're thinking, oh, it smells like marijuana, or it smells like, you know what I mean? It don't smell like that or nothing. It smells like candy.
If you got somebody to know what they're doing, they're gonna break it down. They're either gonna make an oil or they're gonna make a butter, and they're gonna depend on what you're doing.
Now that's my girl down in Atlanta. I didn't feel like that. My body stopped hurting. Exactly. My girl down in Atlanta made something where my body stopped hurting, right? She had these what did she make? It was like some little candies. She made these damn cookies. You remember them thumbprint cookies where you get the little jelly? Well, see,
Uh-huh.
she mixed hers up with butter and all kinds of stuff. I don't know what she does, but her cookies and stuff be like on point. Her teas be on point, but hers is strictly because she has lupus, and so she makes hers for body aches.
So hers was an indica strain.
Right,
Indica
but
was from the body.
right, and so hers is all about um relaxing the body, making the body not hurt
Mm-hmm.
because she hurts
Mhm.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Okay.
hers are amazing because you don't feel out of control. You don't feel cuckoo or that kind of stuff. So yeah, so it's just
And
it's
that's
just
why you gotta converse with a medicinal herbologist. They can point you in
Mhm.
the right direction.
herbologist.
An herbologist, yes.
Okay, so Sean, do you remember when you lived up this way when they had that dude that was selling that condo over in DC and his shit was on the market? He had a bidding war going for it because in DC, y'all, you can have 3 mature plants. And he had a damn grow closet at his house. He had built a grow closet, and so it made his condo townhouse thingy a desirable thing because he had a water filtration system and all kinds of shit going in there. Yes. Yes. And he had a whole grow closet with these special lights and everything.
I mean, I don't remember that, but that's for people that don't know. Because if you know, man, look, you can order that on Amazon any given day, and put that anywhere.
But he, but he had it already set up, so it was up on the 3rd floor. I remember this because it started a bidding war because and then that was like when they first started saying you could have 3 mature plants. Yeah.
Mm.
So and then that was also the time. Listen, the first
Mm.
time I ever seen somebody advertising. Now
Mm.
you could not sell weed, but what you could do was that you could give it with as a prize. So you bought a teddy bear and you bought a teddy bear from this dude and he gave you some weed.
Well, all right then. You
Yeah,
know what? Okay.
the weed is free. I mean, it's always. I remember this
The
one time.
weed was free, but the teddy bear cost. But then they had their car wrapped. You know how they had the little wrap, and they actually had like the weed phone number and stuff on it. I
Wait
had
a
never seen that shit. When I first saw that, child, I was taking pictures and shit, sending them to people. I was like, look at this. Yeah, they were able to advertise, but now it's like they're everywhere. It's like, good Lord.
Yeah,
They are
everywhere is legal.
everywhere
Everywhere
because
is
it's
legal.
legal.
Yeah, but that's just like if you don't have a liquor license. I can't sell you no liquor, but I sell you a cup for $6,
That part.
and then I just pour some liquor in there.
My uncle used to do that. My uncle used to do that in Philly. My uncle used to sell cups of liquor right out the door.
Yeah.
It cups of liquor, a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
He
Oh
had
my
a
Lord.
combo. I mean, but let me tell you something. The hustle mentality is real up north. That's why I
Yeah.
don't understand. I don't understand how people are broke. But then again, this generation is different. They're not as ingenious as we were.
They didn't have to go through what we went through.
This is true too.
Because, for me, it was, oh, Mom, can I get some McDonald's? You got McDonald's money? Oh, damn.
We got McDonald's at home.
I need to do what I need to do to get some McDonald's money. So, but now it's like, can we get McDonald's? Sure. What you want? So.
Do you remember that? We got McDonald's at home. That big ass burger with that big white meat, with that white bread slapped on the top.
Well, no, and now, then it was like, shut the hell up, or I'm gonna give you something to cry about. Now it's like gentle parenting,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't knock it, gentle parenting and letting kids express themselves and teaching them about their emotions. They weren't trying to hear shit when we was growing up in our generations, and so it is a very, a very different experience. But also, with that being said, we have access to a lot more now. We're also inundated with a lot more now. So there's, I think, a lot that goes into. I don't think that this generation is necessarily lazy or not wanting to work. Or what the hell you say if I hear McDonald's money one more day?
You know who her mama is, Sean.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying,
Where your mama at, girl? Why she ain't in these comments tonight? What's she doing?
they ain't had to go through what we went through, so it's different for them.
Right. We, like I said, I also think that we have to look at the layers of, we have access to a lot more now, but we're also inundated with a lot more. So life may be quote unquote easier in some respects with the access that we have, but life is still hard as fuck. We're being slammed and screamed and bombarded from every side now with cell phones, with emails, with text messages, social media.
They grow up too fast too.
Like
they don't have a childhood. They don't have a
childhood.
childhood.
First one when I was 19, shit, I see 8-year-olds and 6-year-olds and 5-year-olds with phones now. I mean, there's a lot that they, you know that they're having to navigate. I don't think they're lazy or not trying. I think they just have a different way of expressing a lot of what we had to express through physical labor. They now have celebrity status and influencer status that they can do.
Well, let me tell you something else too. Back in our day, celebrity was up here. You really couldn't reach out and touch the celebrity. You wrote letters, but through fan clubs and stuff like that. Now they can go on Twitter and DM their favorite star.
Well, not only that, and I'm not saying everybody gonna feel the same way. I feel like we have too much of a fucking expectation on people now. So back in the day, people had celebrity boundaries. They might tell us a little bit of their business, but they didn't tell us all of their business.
Right.
And we also didn't expect them, even though there was paparazzi and all that stuff, we didn't expect them to tell us all their shit. Nowadays, you say, girl, I don't know where she at, but I'm gonna ask you. She got
that girl is crazy.
That girl is nowadays, crazy. I literally saw this. So I was doing my usual on Mondays. I try to just scroll through, IG, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, and see what different people are talking about for possible topics. When people send links and stuff to the, question form, I try to look at them and see what they're sharing for us to potentially talk about. And I see this. What's that black chick name?
Jaguar, right?
Everybody hated her, and then now all of a sudden she like remade herself, and people like her. Candace something.
Candace Owens.
Yes.
So we knew immediately.
Who like her besides Republicans?
I don't fucking know, but she got a whole following on YouTube now. So
what?
Yeah. So I ended up seeing a video that somebody shared a snippet of something that she was talking about. So she basically clapping back at Beyonce, and something Beyonce clapped back at her, and Beyonce's mama clapped back. I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't even.
When she said she didn't respect Beyonce. Oh,
right. This was about the presidential election. So I guess she was trying to basically call. I couldn't follow everything, but the gist of what I got, she was basically criticizing and calling Beyonce out that nobody cares about her opinion with the presidential election anymore. So it was a whole bunch of discussion going back and forth about whether we respect it or not. And people were going in. Then she was calling out Beyonce mama for defending Beyonce. It was a lot going on. I stopped even paying attention to that. And I was really focusing on the comments. What I found interesting was that people were in the comments debating on whether we should have a right to celebrities. So then Rihanna entered the picture, not personally, but people were calling Rihanna into the comments. See, this is why we like Rihanna more. She's relatable. She's private, but she talks to us. I don't give a fuck if a celebrity is relatable or not. I pay for their music. I don't give a damn who they sleeping with. I might talk about it here on the podcast, but I promise you, when we not live, I don't give a damn. I don't care who they sleeping with, who their baby mama is, who their baby daddy is. I don't care where they came from. I don't give a damn when the last time they did anything other than made some music or a video or a TV show. Like, that's me. I don't feel like I have a right to know their business. If they're not sharing it,
But
not my
wait.
I'm not gonna go to their trash. I don't give a fuck about what the
that was the difference. We wanted to be them, but we didn't be in on their business.
Right. And like I said, people were like when I tell you these people were going, and this is what gets me. This is what really gets me, y'all. People get downright disrespectful about this. They start going in on each other. So I'm like, you don't know this person. They don't even know you exist. They're not paying now. One of your bills ain't gonna likely ever see your comment and don't give two shits about who you are, whether you live or die tomorrow. And you over here disrespecting somebody and ready to square up on them because of somebody you don't know. Like that's what really just boggles my mind, y'all.
But you know what? You know what it is. So do y'all remember the Rebecca? Damn, what was her name? From My Sister Sam.
You don't give a damn what they mouth do, Jasmine. Me neither, baby. Like what?
Okay, so let me tell you when
she was
it
killed
started.
by a stalker, wasn't she?
Yeah, that My Sister Sam. Her name was Rebecca.
I don't remember her last name, but I know
Rebecca Schaefer. So Rebecca Schaefer was killed by a stalker. Her stalker found out her address, pretended to be a delivery person for one of her scripts, and he killed her when she opened the door. So that was kind of the beginning of too much access to. This was like the late 80s.
I mean, but that's been going on forever. Look at
No, this happened. This started happening.
What was the Beatles' name? The Beatle that got killed by John Lennon.
John Lennon, yeah. But they were very few and far between those kind of issues.
This is the thing. We have way more people now. So stuff that used to be few and far in between is going to happen a lot more because we got more people.
No, we have more ability to get access now.
I'm trying to tell you, we have more people, so we got more people with issues that are going to do
Jazz. Do you see what she just said? What in the first 48 shit is this?
I mean, I really think she might need to seek some help because she be wild.
Listen, but it's I don't know about Jazz. That's what happened, Jazz. Like this is the thing that we trying to say is like, but people are now getting more access to people. They run up on people. They know where they're staying in the hotels or whatever because people
Selena. Wasn't her name Selena?
Yes,
Selena. Yeah, she was killed.
Tijuana star.
Yep.
It happens. Like I can't remember her name because I used to love
but same thing. They're not out here being killed until the wrong people get access to them.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then some of that I think comes with celebrity, but some of that I think also comes with societal shifts. And there's not enough boundary. Again, I as a human being don't feel like I deserve access to anybody.
Right. Exactly.
I don't care if you're my friend. I don't deserve access to all your business or your private space. So why would I think that I deserve? Because they're like, well, we pay them. No, the fuck you don't. You pay them for a service. Just like you wouldn't walk in Target or the grocery store or any place else and feel like you deserve access to that manager's private business because they sold you some clothes. You don't deserve access to people because they're providing service.
Even about their private business, Jazz. They think that they deserve access to them and their space because they feel almost like they know them, if that makes sense. And they don't know them. What they know is they know of them. And for example, Drake performs under Drake, but his fucking name is Aubrey. People who know him know Aubrey. Drake is his persona that he puts on for people, right?
Yeah.
And you know what the problem is? Is people confuse the two.
Well, I
But
mean,
I don't really see it.
Rihanna is her personality for performing. Robin
Yeah.
Fenty is who she is.
But I still am trying to figure out. I don't know that anybody really can pinpoint when this societal shift happened. And it
you
may be a
can't.
natural evolution as we have access to more things, period. Not just people, but as we have more access, period. We got telephones in everybody's house now, computers, Wi-Fi, cell phones,
I
everything is
mean,
everywhere all the time.
you got to think about this, man. It's been going on forever. It's just more prevalent because we have more people. Our population has exploded. We have more people. So yes, just like the guy that shot Ronald Reagan.
Oh yeah. Hinckley. He shot Ronald Reagan for Jodie Foster.
Exactly. Jodie Foster ain't know him from a can of paint.
Sure didn't.
But he loved her.
Uh,
And he was doing that for her.
That girl, listen, I think she drinking.
Who?
She said, run up and get dropped, don't fuck around. Then she said, I don't know you from a stranger's ass cheek. Lord Jesus.
Hey, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
I mean, it is what it is. What's going on, Tanya? But I'm just it is
Okay.
what it is, and that's what's happening.
Yeah,
So
Jazz, your bust one in you for real. Now
Listen,
yeah, I don't doubt that.
She cute and little, and people think, you get her. You know how they do. Oh, you get her. She's so cute. Yeah, she'll bust a cap in your ass.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. From
listen, what was we talked about earlier today on the phone? Listen, I'm over 40. I'm lighter complected and I bruise easy. We ain't got time, so we ain't finna do this. We not gonna do this. I will survive and apologize later. You understand what I'm saying?
That part. And see,
it ain't about whether I can throw hands or not, because I grew up on both sides of the train tracks. It's more so about I want to preserve my well-being and my health. And when you over 40, shit heals different. So I'm gonna act like I got some sense. I don't bother nobody. I don't look for nobody. But if you come looking for me, I'm gonna survive and I'm gonna ask questions later. So in order to protect my legal space, that's how I'm gonna answer that question. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
But see, listen,
I got off topic from where we was going in the first place.
Do you know? But wait a minute now, because we all know somebody who gets them a concealed carry or legal carry because they punks. They can't fight.
I feel you.
They can't fight.
Yeah, I don't like people that walk around with on display.
No, like for real, those that like to display their guns and stuff, it's because they can't fight. And listen, I throw hands. I can shoot too, though.
I'd rather run the fade. But
my bottom line is to let you know, don't fuck with me. And survival. Now I'm gonna throw hands first, but if hands ain't catching you, then bullet will.
Nope. And you know why I'm not gonna do that? One, over 40 shit heals differently. Two, I'm lighter complected and I bruise easy. Even if I win, I'm not trying to walk around looking like I've been in a fight. Three,
it don't matter to me, because guess what?
Listen,
why it don't matter to me?
I'm trying to be tussling with you and being out of breath. We're not gonna do this. So what?
Let me tell you why it don't matter to me.
Let me walk away. You can catch them steals. That's all I'm saying. Like, but
let me tell you why it don't matter to me.
Why don't it matter?
It don't matter to me because I'm a veteran with check boxes next to my name. They already know what's going on. You gonna fuck around and find out, and I'll be out before you get cold.
Listen, Jasmine said my hands rated E for everybody. They used to say that shit when I was a teenager. They still say, y'all know what? See, that's proof positive. Everything recycled.
Equal rights, equal fights. Hell yeah. And see, listen, let me tell you something. She little. She little.
It don't matter.
I know, but listen, she little. One day, I'm finna tell y'all a story, and I'm ashamed, but I'm not.
Oh,
so one day, I decided that I'm finna teach this little bitch a lesson because her mouth is reckless, right?
God.
So
I already know where this going.
I'm finna fight Jazz because her mouth is fucking reckless. So I'm
Nope.
finna, yeah, that bitch dropped me. Hell the fuck yeah, she did. I didn't know that bitch had hands like that. Listen, let me tell you something. That bitch got hands. That bitch got hands.
And that's exactly why I said we're not playing them games. Listen, whether you can throw hands or not, it's always somebody.
Well, you see what she said? She said, you thought, yeah, I did. I was gonna lay her out. I said, yep. I said, it don't matter. I said, listen, I'm tired of fuck mouth. Let's do this shit, right? So I squared up on her ass. Man, first of all, her ass is stronger than she look.
That's why I said it don't matter how little she is.
Right. She's stronger than she look. But I have to remember, she's in a generation of all boys. She the only girl. She had her right.
Yeah.
Threw over her. Yep, she did. She sure did.
Look, I'd rather run the fade.
Don't tell her goddamn play by play.
But
Listen,
if you ain't trying to run the
this
fade,
is why I said it don't matter what anybody's size is. It don't matter what anybody's age is. It don't matter whether you can throw hands or not. There's always somebody that's gonna catch you on the right day.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Whether they bigger or not, doesn't matter. There's always somebody that can catch anybody on the right day. That's why I said for me, I'm gonna always choose to walk away. That's been my practice. My daddy taught me this. Listen, he wasn't good for a whole lot of things, but he was good for this.
Look,
my dad was a veteran, and he said this to me when I was younger. Always walk away if you can. But if you can't, you better pick up whatever you can get your hands on and kill their ass so they can't.
I thought I was going to teach her a lesson because her mouth was reckless.
That's you got the lesson, did
right? You know why her mouth is reckless? Her mouth is reckless because her hands are too.
And you
she said, "Fuck around and find out against
you on that day, huh?" I'm gonna
So,
tell you what though. Even Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson, so keep that in mind.
No.
I'm trying to tell you, Sean. I really underestimated that ass.
No, so if you're gonna bring Mike Tyson into the conversation, let's understand Mike Tyson, what, 30 damn years older than his ass, 25, something like that.
No.
Right.
I'm not talking about this bullshit that just happened. I'm talking about
Mike was getting a payday, man.
He was knocking everybody out.
Hold on 1 second.
Douglas got lucky and knocked him out.
No, you said when he was doing what back in the day? Who did he
fight? Said back in the day when he was really Iron Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas got lucky.
Oh, yes.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So never underestimate nobody.
The sun will shine on a dog's ass every once in a while.
Y'all come with these crazy ass comments. You want to fight? We can fight.
That's what Jazz said earlier today. She said our family is the queen of the kings and queens of fucking weird ass sayings, because let me tell you, we had told her that my mama said if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you'll kill.
Yeah.
Right? Now, and she said family is fucking weird. Yeah, we are, but guess what? Are they wrong?
Okay, so to sum all this up so we can move on, because we got way off track, but it was, fun conversation and all that. That being said, the only reason I advocate for walking away, like I said, my dad taught me when I was young. He wasn't good for a lot of things, but he was good for some things, right?
Right.
And what he always said to me is walk away. But if you can't, make sure you kill them so they can't get back up. Because if you whoop a person bad enough and they're shamed or embarrassed or upset, they're going to get up and come for you. Don't ever give them the opportunity. That's why I walk away. And if I can't, I'm going to make sure you can't come after you. You understand? You don't turn your back on anybody.
My sister and all her offsprings are crazy.
Right.
So
it don't even matter. It don't even matter whether a person is crazy or not. You don't ever, and this I'm speaking from a safety perspective at this point. Y'all know I like to joke, but I also make sure we see wisdom. you don't ever give a person that has a reason to see you suffer or down the opportunity to do that. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not advocating for violence of any form, but I do advocate for living. So that's my stance, and I'm sticking to it. I don't pick no fights with nobody. But see, I'm like Jasmine. I grew up with boy cousins. They was DDTing my ass off furniture because we grew up watching WWF and WCW. You know what I'm saying? Helicoptering me and dropping me on the floor. So I had to learn real quick how to survive in that type of experience. I'm either throwing some elbows with you and putting you in a headlock too, or I ain't gonna make it. You understand?
Right.
But that being said, don't matter.
That's the thing, Jazz, is Jasmine was always really tiny, and she is still kind of tiny for her age, right? But Jasmine was like 3 and 4 years old walking under the fucking dining room table because she was really small. She was really small, but she was really strong too. And
what I'm trying to get
the audience, the only girl in that generation.
Size don't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And that was the main thing. And then like her mom, like she said, she doesn't start it, but she'll end it. She does have a really bad temper.
All right.
So let's get on to our topic, because one of the things we wanted to...
Hold on one second, Gypsy. Oh man, you want to chime in before we keep moving on?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, old man.
Hey, well, a couple of things. I don't know. One, I ain't never lost a fight in my life, and I done been in a bunch of fights, so I don't know what it is like to lose one. But I know what it's like to give a bunch of whooping. Two is I do carry. I used to carry everywhere I went. Now what I decided to do is this. What I do is this right here. Used to carry everywhere I went. Now I just do this. Any place I feel like I gotta carry, I just don't go there. So
yeah.
But I am a supporter. I'm a gun supporter, but I don't like the state we are in, especially the state of Alabama, with all the gun and the gun violence. I just simply just think it is just a real political move that has set our country back. But this is the bull junk they voted for, and this is what they go get.
Well, and that's why I was saying I don't deal with people that carry openly. Now, if you got to keep it for protection, I'm all about that. Keep yourself safe and keep the people that you love safe. But I'm with you on that. If I feel like I need to have it, I try not to put myself in those situations anyway, right? I got mine because I deal with property, and sometimes people get a little crazy, especially being a woman. So I always want to make sure that I can keep myself safe. But that being said, I don't hang with people that feel like they got to have it on their hip, flashing it around or in holsters. If you ain't a cop or some type of whatever,
right?
Why you need it out? That's my thought. Now that being said, let's keep it moving because we did get way off topic. You know, we having a little fun. It's all good. But we did have some things we want to talk about tonight. So, Gypsy, you want to cue us up because I know there was something you sent us that you wanted to dig into.
Yes,
and then
so,
you also want to dig into something as well.
Let me tell y'all what happened today. So I'm in a couple of different groups or whatever, right? And one of my groups, there was a young lady that came in today. She is a nurse, a labor and delivery nurse in particular. And what happened, she was at work and she's been dating this guy for about 4 months. And he was expressing the fact that he didn't want kids and things like that, right? So she comes into work on her regular shift. And this particular guy is at her job with his girlfriend who's in labor. That part. Girlfriend in labor. And it was like, oh my God. And so she was like, well, what would y'all do? Would y'all confront him? And we were like, fuck your job up. Don't don't try to um confront him at your job. But also get off her case because things could happen. And if something happens to her while she is your patient, he's going to swear that you did something to her. And so she did ask to be reassigned, and she was reassigned and stuff. But, it goes down to this, like, people in this damn lying and fuckery that they got going on, come on, cut that shit out. Cut that shit out because you messing with people's livelihoods and stuff.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all at this point, because this is the second one that you've seen, and I don't know if it was the same group, but this second one you've seen with a similar story. So I know Sean and Benny have both asked in the past, like, is some of this shit planted? When we see certain things, and I don't know, man, I try to err on the side of I assume people trying to tell the truth. I don't know, but that sounds very similar to something we saw a few weeks back, where it was a nurse, and I think this particular time it was her husband that walked in with the side chick.
Yeah,
so I'm not saying
no. This is a different group. Yeah,
I know that. I know it's a different story, but what I'm saying is, I'm starting to feel like some of this just my take on it. Now, first of all, that's trifling as hell, and that's just low down as fuck. Like, I just can't even understand how somebody would be that bold to do that, right? But I'm also to the point of, because I feel like people really trying to go viral for anything, I'm starting to wonder, is some of this planted, because you start to see the same story over and over and over and over and over again. And there was something else I recently saw.
But she posted as anonymous. She posted anonymously. That's what makes me think hers is true.
True. Okay. Because it was something
because she didn't want her name associated with it, because she also, like, her licensing is, could be affected.
At that point, here's the thing though. Even if it's anonymous, something like that, I would tend to think, if people know the person, that's gonna end up revealing who it is. So if it was me, here's me. I ain't saying I'm right. If it was me, I wouldn't even post anything like that on social media, anonymous or not, because that's still specific enough that somebody that knows you could still figure out who you are, tell people who you are, and then still end up causing unnecessary drama for you, whether it be at your job or in your family or whatever.
That's if you tell people that are in your real circle. Like, but that's the other thing, is that, like, I say that people have to be cautious about telling people their situations and stuff, especially if that is their kind of real identity or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But that doesn't even matter, because this kind of stuff happens 100 times a day, every day. Trust me, it does.
Right.
So with that being said, again, me, and I'm not saying I'm right, I wouldn't post anything like that was pertaining to my job and that was that close to home. Like, if y'all notice, I might share certain things, and I've had people that watch us try to call me out on it, and what I tell them is, stay in your motherfucking lane. Now, I may joke, I may play, I may be silly, I may get a little, relatable at times, if y'all want to call that. But if you notice, most of the stuff I talk about is going to be in the past. I don't talk about my current business, and even when I talk about things in the past, there's only so much that I'm going to say. I don't give identifiers. I don't share anything that would really ever allow people to figure out who it was or what it was. You understand what I'm saying? Because I still understand that I value safety and I value privacy and confidentiality. And so when it comes to something that specific, even if they don't tell people in their inner circle, guarantee somebody at the hospital saw it. You don't never know who around the corner, right behind the door. And those hallways echoes, those walls echo. So that being said, I just wouldn't even post anything like that. If what she said is true and she removed herself from the case, then she did what she needed to do. And at that point, I would let that be that and decide how she can handle the dude. Because again, you just, that's something that somebody else could start a rumor and say, oh, she gave that girl the wrong medicine. Now, yes, you can say, well, they can investigate and find out, but we all know that investigations take a while, and word of mouth travels way faster than that. And a lot of the times the damage is done before the investigation can clear a person and their reputation. You understand what I'm saying?
You got tried in the public court.
Right. So that's my thing. Something like that, nah.
Yeah, I would be kind of cautious on that if I were her. I just kind of I looked at it and I was just like, well, I said, if I were you, if it were me, I would remove myself from the case in case something happened to her, because anything could happen to her. Because especially let's just call it what it is. We know that as Black women, a lot of times we don't get the care that we need in the hospitals and stuff.
Yeah.
And anything could happen while she's in labor and delivery.
Absolutely. And that's why I said I wouldn't even talk about it. Now, as far as the dude,
right,
in my mind, there's no thought of returning to that, or that's canceled. Like anybody that would be that bold to play in your face, if this is real, anybody that would be that bold to play in your face, it ain't no coming back from that. Say what? I'm gone. Matter of fact, you can burn everything I left at your house. We good. You get what I'm saying?
She don't need to confront him. She don't need to engage him.
Nope,
After seeing that, she just walk away and go about her business.
Right.
See, those are the type of people that scare me, because they're that bold. I can't even judge where your mentality at this point.
Right.
Are you that bold? Are you that crazy? Are you trying to egg me on? Do you want me to react? So what we gonna do is we gonna remove ourselves from that situation, so none of us get hurt. Like, that's how I look at that. You get what I'm saying? Right. Jasmine said it could be a oops, I'm just playing. No, ain't no oops on that shit.
But okay, so then that being said, now that leads us into our main topic for tonight. Wounded dating. Is it fair?
So Sean, why was that something that you felt like we should discuss tonight? Like, what prompted you? Did you see something specific?
Yeah.
Wounded dating.
That wasn't my topic.
That wasn't your topic? Whose topic was that?
So who was talking about wounded dating? Because my thing is about wounded dating is like broken people. Why do people stay with broken people? So that was kind of like the wounded dating that she was talking about. Now, why do broken people stay with broken people? A lot of times they stay with broken people because they're scared.
No. I think somebody sent wounded dating and I added that in there. Sean, I'm so sorry. Your topic was high value men and women.
Oh shit. What the fuck is high value though?
That's my question. That's why I asked it.
Like and whose definition? Because if you're on Section 8, high value is somebody that can pay your rent for the year.
That's why.
Hey, I ain't trying to be funny, but
the reason that it came to my mind was because of all the things I see online, and when women are looking for high valued men, it's mostly they want men that's going to be able to take care of them, pay all of their bills and all of that jazz. Which is, I'm like, okay, if you find a man that's willing to do that, that's on him. Because if that's what he wants to do, that's, in my opinion, that's his business. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm not contributing to it. That's his business. If he doing that and he paying everything, he buying her Bentleys and Rolls Royce trucks and all that jazz and paying for her condo and her kids and everything like that. Hey, it is what it is. Whatever makes you happy, I'm happy for you.
Right.
Jasmine said, "Don't let me find a sugar daddy. It's over for you bitches." Now, and don't forget they got what's the new term? What I tell you,
baby.
I saw it on TikTok. I think month before last. What did she call it? It's where you getting the sugar daddy, but you ain't giving up no sugar. Splendor,
Linda.
Splendor,
Oh,
baby.
Splendor Daddy.
But
Splendor Daddy. Come on, baby.
for men, because of the stigma of that men are intimidated by women that make more money than them. So there's really not a real lane for men except for when there's a cougar going after a young guy, so he gets all the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 games and all that or whatever. So that's why that was my question, because I want to know, what do people consider high value? Because for me,
It
a high
depends.
value person is somebody that's going to be emotionally compatible, physically compatible. I can care less about money because I'm gonna do what I got to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Gypsy, is that a dog in your lap?
Go ahead,
Oh,
old man.
I
This
have
is
a
my
different.
one of them.
okay. Go ahead, old man.
I have like a different view of what is perceived to be high value, and what is to me what is high value is what is in demand. All right, high value is women want a what in women. What is high value for a woman is not high value for a man because they want different things. Let's say for one, high value is a man that makes can be someone that makes a good amount of money. Don't have to necessarily be rich, but you have to be financially secure. And whatever that number is that makes you stand above other men, that's what is high value. You the exception. A man that other men view as valuable. In other words, other men respect you, and for whatever reason, that you have a tremendous amount of respect, and you have been doing this not just for a little while, but over a sustained period of time. In other words, to me, you just can't become high value man if like you hit the lottery. Now, so you're a high value man. No, you're a man with a lot of money, but you're not a high value man because you don't have those refined characteristics that other people view valuable, and you have the ability to assist other people in terms of knowledge or some type of reaching some type of financial deal or something like that, whatever. To me, that's what a high value man is because that's what a woman wants. A guy, and could be a good looking guy that is perceived to be somewhat powerful or either have some type of status. Those are the things that a woman would be attracted to. Now, high value woman is the things that most men will be attracted to. It'd be a woman who is really good looking woman, a woman who will be, uh, you know, pretty or as perceived to be, sophisticated, in terms of like uh, very feminine, uh, nice, polite, uh, uh, pleasant. Those are the things that men find very attractive in a woman. So it's just like, to me, those are the different things of what will be high value. Some people may disagree, but for the tenants, most of those things will be what we find universally attractive. Now, something that would not be attractive in terms of high value in a woman is just because she has a PhD or doctorate degree or she make a whole lot of money. You know uh, that doesn't phase men who looking for a particular woman. Just like a man who can who got a lot of money, but face look like a dump truck. You know, broke. Head look like a watermelon, something like that. That doesn't phase a woman. No matter how much nice you are, polite you are. It's just whatever those things that people find most attractive.
So I'm gonna
So
jump
you
in.
don't find, hold on now. So you don't find an educated woman that makes a lot of money or whatever. You don't find that attractive. That's because you don't find that attractive. But that doesn't mean she's not high
I
value to somebody. She's just not high
no,
value
no, no,
to you.
no. Yeah, yeah. But listen. Keep in mind, this is what I'm saying now. Because see, I think there are certain things a woman with money can do to make herself attractive. There are a lot of things. One, a woman that first of all, a woman who making a lot of money, she go have, I guess, some of the best skin products, so her face will always go be healthy and
Right? She
glowing,
look
and
like a mud
something
duck.
like that.
Mud duck with pretty skin.
So let me jump
Huh?
in. Can I jump in? Let me jump in.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've seen people that were burned over 80% of their bodies find someone that loves them. I've seen
Yeah,
people
I
that
just
have been
say,
horribly,
listen.
horribly. Well, no, and I'm just so I'm taking
I
it
just
back.
seen people who mentally challenged and quadriplegic find
Right. So
somebody that love them, find
and
somebody,
that's where I'm going. So high value, I'm not disputing what you're saying, but I am wanting to add a different perspective. I don't think high value is based on what the general public
Right.
determines is valuable or attractive. I think value, much like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. Because I can look at somebody like Flavor Flav and be like, "What the fuck?" And then
Right.
somebody else can look at him and be like, "I want to date him," whether he has money or not. Because we can't say it's always money. Because it's plenty of folks that we might deem unattractive and ain't got none and still has somebody, right?
yeah.
Value,
But keep in
like
mind,
beauty, is
remember
in the
one of
eye
the
of
things
the
that I
beholder.
always said. I remember, go back to what I always said. I always speak with the masses, the general.
I understand
I'm
that.
not
So
looking for
now
the. I'm not looking. I don't speak on the extreme cases. Yeah, but which one is more
so let
likely
me
than not?
finish.
Now
Let me finish.
let's take away.
We let you
Go ahead.
share your perspective. So let me
Go
finish.
ahead. Go ahead.
You
Go ahead.
refuse.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is I'm taking it less general and I'm going more specific while also still being general. Value, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. Shut up, old man. Value, like beauty, is often in the eye of the beholder. Now, are there people that will go after you just because you are what society deems valuable or attractive? Yes, man, woman,
Yep.
otherwise don't matter. There are
Yep.
people that will go after you just because everybody else wants you. Now, also that being said, we do realize that typically nobody wants somebody that nobody else wants. Regardless of how
Mm.
you look, nobody wants somebody that nobody else wants most of the time, right? I'm gonna put y'all comments up there in just a minute. That being said, when we look at individuals, so I'll share again. I'm being more specific while also staying general. I'll share my thought. I would value a man if I were to start over with someone. I would much more rather and have much more appreciation and value for a man that maybe made less money but had goals and aspirations that I could work with him to bring to life, to birth into existence. But he stepped into my life in such a way that he added value. That's a high value man to me. Now, what that value is determines on what he doing. Is he fixing on my house? Is he bringing land to the equation? Because maybe he had land in his family and we can build something together. Is he, teaching me skill sets to implement into my business? What is he bringing into my life that adds value, ease, joy, bliss, happiness, goodness, whatever to me as the person that he's with? Because all those things and the fact that he has goals and aspirations, we can get the money, we can make the money happen. But
Right.
if he has all the money in the world, he could be an ass and not have any of the qualities that I want. He wouldn't be high value to me just because he had money or just because he's attractive. I turn down attractive people all the time. I like people that look good, but I'm more concerned to are you attractive on the inside and the outside, right? That's much more valuable to me than one or the other. Because no, I don't want to be with nobody that look like a mud duck, but
Right.
I want somebody that's amazing and handsome on the inside as they are on the outside. So again, I'm not disputing what you're saying. Oh man, I'm just adding some more context to the conversation that everybody isn't focused on what society deems. There are those that do feel the confidence within themselves to make the decision on what meets their standards. And that's not always the extreme. That's average. There are plenty of people. I guarantee you, if you walk down the street tomorrow, you probably gonna see 20 people that you like, damn, I wish I did. I want that. And then you're gonna see 20 more people. You like, how did they ever get anybody? And they probably got somebody on their arm. So it's not extreme,
Yeah.
it's not an outlier. What we say one person will do, there's always somebody that will do something different. So I disagree with this whole high value conversation in general, because I think it's just another thing that people put into the discussion as influencers and as coaches and whatever, to cause disruption, to cause disturbance, to have folks talking about shit.
Because it's
And
subjective.
yeah, because there's really no one answer that any of us can give.
Right.
We can all force sit here and say something different, and then still be on a different page than what people in our audience are gonna say. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna kick it back to you, old man, and Sean and Gypsy weigh in. Oh, I'm sorry. One minute. Let me apologize for that. Let me catch up on these comments, then I'm gonna kick it back to y'all. Tanya said, I wouldn't consider a man paying my bills, and gifting me a high value man.
Right.
He's just a generous man, but not have value in my opinion.
Exactly.
He said on average, an average looking woman can't be high value. Men with money can make themselves attractive too. Look at 50 Cent. Hell, look at Flavor Flav.
Yeah. Look at
Like,
Flavor Flav with his ugly ass.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say all that, but
If Flavor Flav was a bus driver, you wouldn't look at him. Nobody would look at Flavor Flav if he was Flavor Flav, the bus driver. See, that's what this is. Listen, let me tell you something else too.
Wait. Because Playwright said Mud Duck with pretty skin, and then Tanya said there's always somebody for everybody. Right. What was you gonna say, Gypsy?
But let me just say this. High value depends on the person, because when you consider somebody high value, let me just be honest, you're gonna put up with shit from them that you wouldn't put up with shit from other people.
Absolutely.
That's the bottom line right there. That's how you know whether or not you consider that person high value, right? Because there is just some shit you gonna put up with. You gonna put up with them running around. You gonna put up with them doing some old crazy shit that you would not put up with. The average man would have got cut a long time ago. The average woman would have got cut long time ago. So if you have any questions about whether or not you have a high value man or woman, that's how you know, because your tolerance for shit is a lot lower for somebody you don't value. So value is subjective, and what you value in one person may not necessarily mean what you value in the next person. Does that make sense?
I agree with you.
Because it's not a one size fits all, because you may value how that person makes you feel, and how that person like talks to you and relates to you with that person. But this other person, you may only value how they pay all your bills and make sure you're comfortable. But with this other person, you may value the way that people look at you when you're with him because of his looks, right? Or her looks. So the value is, again, subjective, and it's all depending on where you are at that point in your life and in your walk.
Yep. And I also think it depends on what hurt you've experienced, what growth you've experienced, because one person you may have considered high value because of whatever traits or qualities they possessed, them same qualities you may not want in another person because of the hurt that you experienced with the previous person.
So
So
let me tell you,
it's going to evolve every time we date or marry someone new. It's going to evolve every time we have major experiences in our life. It's going to evolve as we age and we mature. It's going to evolve based on our spiritual journeys. It's going to evolve based on what we see other people experience. Like there's so many variables to what we determine has.
right?
That's why I said to me, and again, I'm not saying that I'm right, but this is what I genuinely believe is that value like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And
Because
based on where we are in our life, that's going to change.
me in my 20s, I valued a guy that everybody oohed and awed over. He may not have had the pockets, but if he had the looks, he was a head turner. Now he may have been a fucking bum, but he was a head turning bum. What? That's how I got married.
I'm just saying one of the things that made me ask that question was that fact because I know doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs that a lot of people would consider that they married down or they date down. I'm like, but if that's the person that makes them happy, what business is it of yours?
I think people that think that all the time or always try to force that thought process on people are just I believe they're operating from their own insecurity. What they need to feel
And
valued, what they
you
need to
know
feel
what?
good, what they need to feel celebrated and hyped up. And Tanya said a head turner bum.
But have you noticed that a lot of times what people consider valuable is what's missing within themselves?
Well,
So
that's
if
why I
they're
said they operate from their own insecurity.
missing financial stability, they value financial stability in someone else. If they're missing the head turner looks, they value that in someone else. If they're missing the ability to command a room, they value that in someone else. So a lot of times people are looking for what they're lacking, and that's what makes it high value to them.
Yeah. Oh man, I muted you. So whenever you want to chime back in, just unmute yourself. But whatever you was doing in the background, it was loud. So we still see you. We see you here rather, but just unmute yourself when you want to chime in. Gypsy, I agree with you,
Okay,
and yes, I disagree at the same time. I agree with you because
Gypsy,
again,
that is called projecting.
Oh, you're right.
and that's where I
Listen.
was going.
Oh shit, the sky is falling. I agree with his ass.
You know what? Y'all ain't finna do this shit tonight. Y'all ain't finna derail us tonight. Both gonna be quiet. That being said,
Change the
that's where
name,
I was
baby.
going.
We're gonna change the name of this program. Gypsy now.
I
And
agree
that's where I
with
was
his ass.
going.
You know, I ain't never agreed with his ass. What in the hell is happening here?
You know what? We ain't finna derail because we've been doing good. Keep it on point, y'all. Keep it on point. But what I was saying was, Gypsy, that's where I was going. Exactly what old man said. What you're describing is projection. That being said, not everybody bases their desire of what is high value on that. Yeah, a lot of people. What I was saying was a lot of people will put their demands on what they say other people should want as high value based on their own insecurities. And I do
Right.
agree with you. Sometimes we demand something from someone based on what we
Right.
perceive ourselves to lack. Yes. However, sometimes, just as an example, Tanya said, I value a man who can give me and do for who can give me and do for I'm assuming you said I do for myself. Little simple
Right.
things that matter are top tier.
Right.
Absolutely. So that being said, I also want to throw out there a lot of times people decide what is high value based on what they prioritize in their lives. So if they are financially balanced and
Challenge.
they are not a big thrifter, but they're not a big spender either, they're right in the middle, they may prioritize that as high value in another person because they want somebody that can kind of be in the middle of the road with them. If they prioritize
Let
and
me
they
say this
value
right here.
education, they may prioritize that in another person as well. And here's why I'm going to use me as an example with that. You know, I'm highly educated at this point. Like I've been studying shit for a long time now. I got multiple degrees, all these certifications, all these trainings. years ago, I highly prioritized someone that was just as educated as me. That's not really my priority at this point anymore because I've changed. I've, you know, gotten to a different place in what I want from a person, whether they have the same level of education or not, because education comes in different ways, right? It's not just the degrees and the pieces of paper and the formal education. There are many ways to be educated and knowledgeable and emotionally balanced. So again, we prioritize things based on what we see other people exhibit, and we want to mimic that because it makes sense to us. We want to mimic what we've seen. A lot of people prioritize high value based on the Huxtables. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Based on a
Yep.
different world. Again, college educated. A lot of
Yep.
people prioritize high value as a man that will work himself to the bone. Listen, I don't want a man that's going to work himself to the bone. Now, if we're going through, damn show, you better figure it out and help us stay up.
Listen, but
I
now,
don't want a man that's got to do that. I want a man that's
now,
smart.
now, what we're doing is this right here. Hey, Jay, but let me say this right here. When we're doing all this, but of course, everybody has their own, what you call talking about is called preference. Everyone has their own preference. Some people like them big, some people like them tall, some like them skinny, some like them wide, some like them little, some like them dumb, some like them smart, some like them light skin, some like them dark skin, some like them broke, some like them rich. You know, everyone has their own preference, but the
But that's
standard
all
for
high
high
value
value is
is.
still just going to be the standard.
No,
Yeah, but it's
no.
also in terms of you know what I'm finna say. You already told me no. Now, no matter what I say, now it's gonna be wrong, isn't it? No. But
Yeah,
but listen,
I feel like I'm
high
gonna bite my
high
tongue, but I
value.
kind of agree with you too, old man. But I'm still saying no. That it's more than just high value. That's all it is
Yeah,
preference. It's not based on
yeah.
societal
No,
norms all
but
the
listen. But what I'm saying is this right here. High value is gonna be just like a diamond. A diamond is the value in a diamond is because it's rare. That's the value in a diamond. Well, guess what? A high value man is a man that's rare. A high value woman is a woman that's rare.
time.
They're not the exception. They are more than the exception. The high value woman is the woman that every guy wanted to date in high school. The high value man is basically the quarterback. The quarterback that every girl.
Hold on 1 second, Gypsy. What were you saying, old man?
I'm saying the high value girl is the girl that every guy in high school wanted to date. The high value man is the guy that every woman, every girl in high school basically wanted to date. It's the same thing that is when you come a man or woman. It's the man that everyone wants to date. It's the woman that everyone wants. You only got a few of them.
Wanting to fuck them, wanting to be seen with them is different from wanting to date them and wanting to be with them.
Listen,
Like,
that's different.
now the high value is not the one that just want.
Hold on, old man. Let me hip you to something.
The high value is not the one that you just want to fuck. The high value is the one you want to marry, want to keep.
Listen, I was with a pro football player, right? And you know what? You know what?
What?
Everything that glitters isn't gold. And the thing is that he looked better on the shelf than he did once I got him, because the person that you see, that you imagine they are, and those kind of things, is not who they really are. It's not who they really are. And that's the same thing with like the unattainable. Let me just say this. A lot of times people want what they consider unattainable. And then when they get it, they realize that ain't for me. Do you know how boring a lot of these people are, that people like actually fawn over and stuff? They're boring as fuck.
Well, and let me interject.
Listen, they can't hold a conversation. All they talk about is themselves. They boring as shit. Nobody wants to be bothered with
Now,
them. And listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
are
So
all of them boring,
to
or
the
just that
outside,
guy you was with was boring?
so
So
to the outside looking in, you think you want to be with them, but if you actually get them, you'll realize that you don't really have a lot in common with them.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right now. Okay, so it's evident that y'all grew up in two different atmospheres. So you know,
Shut up, John.
your outlooks are different. Um, but
This man come here.
at the end of the day, that's the
Go
reason
ahead,
why
brother.
I brought this up, because I knew it would create a lot of controversy,
Mhm.
because it is subjective and it is about what you want. Because
Right.
as I said, like I know female lawyers and doctors that married craftsmen and construction workers.
That.
You know, because it wasn't about what that man could do financially; it's about what he could do mentally and emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
And I know vice versa. I know a lot of guys that they're entrepreneurs, they're millionaires,
Right.
and they married somebody that worked at 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because it wasn't about
Hey,
how much
Sean, let me say this. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sean. I ain't mean to cut you off,
it
brother.
wasn't about the money that she made, because they were dating executives and vice presidents and presidents, but it was about how that person made them feel.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also
Okay.
know people
Yeah.
that are out here working 9 to 5s, and they think they got something because they married somebody that's making 6-7 figures a year, and that person is a total fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
you
And
know, it is subjective. It's about what you're looking for and what you want. So
and let me say this as well. In
Yeah,
responsible men,
yeah. Now let's look at
are
this. Hold on, and I'm gonna jump back to you, and I'm gonna give you something good too. Now I want you to think about this, cause see, I know women who are doctors, and their husband is a plumber, and they actually had to put the guy through plumbing school, cause before he was a plumber, he was just a dude who didn't have nothing and wasn't doing that. And she's a doctor. But I want you to, but if you look at her, if you look at the woman, she's a doctor, but she's not. She wouldn't be if we. Let's put it this way: you wouldn't approach her on the street and say, "Hey, baby, how you doing? Can I get your number?" You wouldn't approach. But I want you to ask you this, and this is where I know I'm finna piss some of y'all off. So get ready, Gypsy. I'm finna piss y'all off. Now look at that guy. I mean, look at that guy who was who making all that money, and he has that unattractive, as he said, that the
That's why you
unattractive
breaking up,
wife.
because you finna talk that
What?
bullshit.
Hold on. You, hey,
That's why your fucking phone breaking
Gypsy,
up, because
here it
nobody
is.
even know you finna talk that bullshit.
Well, here it come. Here come the bull. Here come the bull. Now, I want you, Sean, since you brought it up. Now, Sean, I want you to look. That man who has all that money and has that woman who is unattractive, what did they get together after he got the money, or they got together before he had the money? And more than likely, Sean, and this is what I'm
That
gonna
she
piss some
was
folks off,
unattractive
he
though.
was
Hold
with
on.
that man. Man, I'm basing off what
But
the
wait,
topic is.
if she's unattractive, what the fuck difference do it make?
I never
What
said
I'm
if his
finna,
ass is
I'm
unattractive?
finna tell you. I'm
I
finna
just
tell
said
you,
she worked at
You
Gypsy.
7.
know what? You full of shit.
Gypsy, I'm finna tell you. Now, I'm willing to bet, Sean, that man, he was with that woman before he got that money. Now, if he got
He
that
was
money, I'm
still
telling you
ugly.
right now, he's not. Yeah, he may be ugly, but Sean, I'm willing to bet if he got that money beforehand, most of those men are not looking for unattractive wives. And the reason I'm saying that is because when you look at a lot of those companies, those high-end companies, Fortune 500 companies, and you look at the wives, they all basically fit the same mold. Now they a little older, they don't look as good, but you look at them, they not buying old cars, they getting them new, basically.
Hey, well,
Okay, now you just saying some shit based
well,
on
Go
what
ahead,
you see
Sean.
on TV because that
yeah,
ain't real life.
yeah.
That's not real life.
It sure ain't real life. And let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of fucking soap opera your ass be watching, but your shit is crazy. Let me tell
Tanya
you
told us
something.
to cut your mic off,
Let,
old
let me
man.
let me tell you something. I don't know if your 6 figures and went to your head, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you this right now. Ain't no motherfucking chick gonna just go fall in your bed because you make 6 figures. Because bitches out here make 6 figures all over the place. I make 6 figures. I'm not finna goddamn put up with your bullshit. Not in the least.
Okay, so first let me address his point. His point, I never said she was ugly. I just said she was 7-11. Now, to your point, Gypsy, you can get a bitch to fall in your bed for $25. So I don't want to hear that shit. Anyway.
Only if you got good dick.
Hey, I mean,
hey, sir. A man, hey,
for sex.
a man going after one, he don't even have to have $25.
I'm just saying. I just heard things that I know that you can do stuff.
So what you
I've
saying,
never done
Sean, is you ain't one of them, but you done heard things.
I done heard it. I ain't done it, but I done heard it.
Listen, and I'm gonna throw this out there. You can
Hey,
get a
what's that comedian,
wait
son?
a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Let's keep this even because it ain't just women falling in on dick for $25. It's back and forth.
Homosexuals out here all day long. You ain't even gotta pay them nothing. You just put
everybody's a homosexual when it comes to certain things.
You put a roof over their head, and them niggas is in there, like swim with it, like yo, I'm here. What?
We'll fuck for shelter. They say we'll fuck
Can't
for
nobody
shelter.
Okay, now
can't
let me
nobody
jump
do it better than somebody trying to stay out of the rain.
That's right. Let me jump back in here and say this. What I was saying earlier, I'm gonna use The Rock as an example. Now there are people lusting all day long over The Rock. Dwayne, whatever his last name is, y'all know I'm not
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yep.
Yes. The wrestler turned actor dude. Now we lust over him all day long in the movies because he fine. He cute in the face too. That being said, I wouldn't want to sleep next to a body that hard every day. I want a nice athletic man. Well,
I need somebody I could beat up if we get him.
We ain't talking about all that, Joe. Girl, be quiet. Just Lord Jesus. That being said, it's a difference, and here's where preference and value and beauty all still sit in the eye of the beholder. I can look at somebody like him on screen all day, but that's not the person I want to lay next to all day, right? I love light-skinned men that are caramel, that are light skin, whatever. But ain't nothing like a good, sexy chocolate man. That's who I date. You get what I'm saying? So that's who I marry. So that being said, we can still have preferences. And value is, yes, a preference, but it still goes beyond preference. Value is what does this person add into my life? That goes beyond their looks, that goes beyond their money. We know there are some people that are going to be limited. Shit, I'll sleep next to it. We know there are some people that are going to be limited and focused solely on what a person looks like or what they have in the bank or what material items they possess, what fly they have, right? We get that. But there are still a lot of people that also date with intention, marry with intention, and build with intention based on how they feel with a person, how a person feels with them, and what they can create together, regardless of looks and regardless of money. This is how you got people that start at the bottom, get it out the mud, and rise together, one or the other or both.
Right.
Because that goes beyond what is in the bank. When it comes to money, I'm with Sean and with Gypsy. There are plenty of people slinging dick and vagina for no money, little bit of money, and a few dollars here and there. And then there are high value, quote unquote, escorts and all the above, right? So then we're talking about dollar amounts because
and then there are Diddy folks.
Right, shut up, girl. Then we're talking about dollar amounts because we're looking at what they bring to the table. Girl, put that away. So again, we have to recognize that, oh man, some shit you say just like, okay, you just be quiet. because you saying things from a limited perspective.
I promise you. Now I ain't trying to be funny. But like for real, like I need to ask you a question, old man, and I need you to answer it honestly. Have you ever lived outside Alabama?
Yeah,
No, for real. No, for real. Have you ever lived outside Alabama as an adult?
Yes, I have. And let me ask you this. How long
did you live outside?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this because because I want to go ahead and pull my answer back. Does that change or negate? Does that validate or invalidate?
It does.
See what? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, people are the same all over the world.
Hold on. Let me tell you why I say that. Because if your exposure to women is limited to the people in Alabama, you're considered a high-valued man to the people in Alabama. Bring your ass to DC, you gonna get run the fuck up out of here. That part.
Again,
for somehow let me see. Let me tell you something. High value. Let me tell you something. High value.
In all serious.
Y'all both muted. Can't nobody hear y'all. Y'all calm down. Let's take a time out.
Yeah, I was about to say they about to make me bring up my.
I'm just saying, high value depends on
your. Let me tell you this. Value is.
Oh, y'all about to make me bring up my. Call a foul.
High value depends on your region. Like seriously, high value depends on your region.
I'm gonna keep muting y'all.
No, I'm not going to say.
It's the truth.
No. What I'm gonna say is.
Hold on 1 second, Sean.
Right.
Gypsy and old man. Now y'all know I love you, but we gonna keep it. Wait a minute. Y'all know I love y'all, and we get a little rowdy. But one thing that we focus on here, and y'all know this, so I'm gonna hold y'all feet to the fire and keep us accountable, right? We stay respectful. When we debrief after every episode, and I'm saying this just so the people in the audience understand, when we debrief after every episode, y'all, we have nothing but love for each other. We still there hour and a half later sometimes, talking through things, potential topics, checking in on each other, shooting the shit, life, whatever. Now, on camera, we may say some things that, we get up each other's skin. Gypsy, that being said, let's keep it classy. Let's keep it respectful. And let's keep it above the belt. That's going to be my request for y'all. I don't care. I understand different strokes for different folks and shit flies differently everywhere. But here, let's keep it classy. Girl, take a sip. Be quiet.
Yeah, you got the pre-fight rules.
Yes.
Y'all know what to do. Touch gloves. Here we go.
Old man, I'm saying the same thing to you. Let's keep it classy. Let's keep it above the belt.
It was above the belt.
It was not. Y'all was starting to get a little too intense.
No, it was above the belt because for real.
Was because I was stepping in.
No, it was above the belt.
I was stepping in to break y'all up. Y'all was.
Hold on now.
Wait a minute, Jesse. Wait a minute, Jesse. Let Sean respond, and then I'm gonna take you back off mute so y'all can, old man, you can come back on as well. But
no, I was just saying, y'all was getting too into it. That's why I was stepping in to break y'all up. But hey,
so
I defer to her.
Listen, I'm just gonna tell y'all this because I'm in some certain groups that are regional groups. There are regional groups that I'm in, and there are female-only regional groups that I'm in. And I'm just trying to tell you that for real, he would not be considered. Listen, these motherfuckers that they be talking about drive yachts. They got yachts and shit. You wouldn't be in a little running. Like, for real.
Okay, below the belt. below the belt.
I'm telling.
I feel that, but at the
It's
same
not.
time, hold on, wait. At the same
It's
time,
not that.
how many yachts do they have? They fuck with these niggas with y'all. Get your own yacht.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, though. But that's what I mean when I say high value is subjective, because it depends on the type of women you're dealing with. Now, these women, they may not have yachts, but they got $300,000 salaries, and they are living in the city. You know, they're living in Connecticut, having mansions and stuff like that.
What is Dave?
Let me share this with you.
That $300,000 salary. What is their debt to income ratio? Yeah, that shit is probably fucked up.
My debt to income ratio is
I didn't say yours. I'm just saying them. They probably owe more than they make. And see, this is the thing. Now, if you want to get to the nitty gritty, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take the whole show.
No, do this, Sean, because you've been both regions.
When you get to the nitty gritty of it, and that's why they're looking for a high value man, and not a man that's going to be emotionally there for them, or physically there for them, or mentally there for them. They looking for somebody that's going to be financially there for them, because they making $300,000 a year, but they can't afford to pay off they shit. So
I don't even let them.
And let me share this with you as it relates.
You know,
hey, let me say this with you. Let me say this.
Yes, old man.
All right, let me say this. Here we go. First of all, there's nothing Gypsy said that was below the belt. It was all within.
I love you, old man.
I guess I'm just saying. It was just nothing that she said was in the below the belt. It was in the range. But also, I'm gonna say this right here. I'm still telling you in terms of like women. Anyway, women and men and people are all basically the same, no matter where you go. No matter where you go, the things that people want are all the same. Now, the other one is this right here. Yeah, when it comes to a woman making $300,000 or $350,000 a year, or driving her own yacht. Now, do I have that? No, I sure don't. Now, but guess what? She more than likely she ain't finna find a guy with that stuff anyway. She ain't finna find it. What makes me or make any other man have value is with the exception of all the other men. Now, if you got 100 men and I'm in the top 10%, hell, that's high value.
Now you
whatever metrics or matrix that you use. I don't have to make $1 million. I just got to be among the best of the rest of the other men. Either she gonna pick me or go pick a woman. Your choice.
That was easier.
That was left.
I don't know now. Would you rather to say that you lost your woman to a woman, or that you lost your woman to a high value man? I don't know.
Hey, listen. When they go.
I wouldn't tell nobody I lost my woman.
Look. See, that's another thing.
Hey,
too,
when they go. It doesn't matter where they go.
I mean, that's true, but motherfuckers be so hell bent on shit. But I'd rather say I lost my woman to a woman than anything else, because you know what? I can't give her what a woman can give her. Now, anything a man can give her, I can strive to give her whatever any other man can give, but I can't give her what a woman can give her. I can't compete with this.
But shit, you done lost that motherfucker when she went out the door there, huh?
I mean, I can't compete with it. I can't. How can I compete with that? I can't. I just can't. I can only give her what a man can give her.
I don't know now, because a woman is strapping on what she can't give her.
Let me go ahead and get that money. Now you can put a strap on all you want. That ain't the real thing. You ain't gonna be able to use it. You can't use it like I use it. Yeah, that's crazy. You can't.
I mean, I understand, but for you to say that she can't give her what you can give her, I'm just trying to understand.
I don't know anatomy. I can't
say. Hey, I'm just saying. she already at a disadvantage because you got a second set and she got only what that mouth do. I'm just saying.
But I can't give it what a
Okay.
woman give it.
Tanya said men don't care about their women being with other women. Their ego was only hurt if she's with another man.
That part. But they won't address that though. We won't talk about that though, right?
Nah, because my ego ain't here. You want to be with that nigga? Go be with that nigga. Go.
Oh, stop it.
Go.
Oh, stop it.
Nah,
you
go.
know your ego is hurt.
No, it's not.
That
You know what? I can always go out here and get another woman. That ain't never been a problem. Never.
I know that ain't never been a problem, but like you just said though, you can't. What can you compete with another man? But compete with another woman. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Now, which one is bigger, the strap on or Jasmine? Lord Jesus.
I can compete with another man, but I can't compete with a woman at all. I can't.
Right.
Okay.
Y'all,
I know that.
Y'all more.
I know that strap on is only room temperature.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Jasmine, that strap on is only room temperature. I know that.
Oh hell!
It doesn't come with the heat.
Oh, shit.
Now some of them do come with it now, from what I'm being told.
Right.
I mean,
shit.
they got molds now. You can mold it after somebody that you like.
That is true. That is true.
So
Okay,
now
I didn't know that.
it's a valid question. It is, Jasmine. It's a valid question. That being said,
It doesn't take out the trash. I guarantee you that.
Well,
that's true too.
That being said, let's bring it back where we were talking about, what really is high value, what isn't. And again, I'm just interjecting that I still feel like it's subjective. There may be certain things that society deems valuable. Yes, we understand that. But as far as what is high value to Sean is going to be different than what old man's high value is. It's going to be different than what me, a gypsy, value as women in a man that is high value, right? Every person has to decide what is it that they're looking for in a person. What is it that they need to feel, safe and secure and grounded in their relationship, to feel healthy? What is it that they're looking for to keep them committed in the long haul, right? And so I don't think that we can really qualify that by basic generic statements, because again, there's not an average. And that's why I was using Rock as an example. Like, we lust over him in the movies. He fine, and he look good in the face. However, I know a lot of women that agree with me, that'll be like, he a little too much. You understand? That's not what I want to lay down with every night. I need somebody that's a little bit softer. I still want to have some nice abs and all that, but still, you understand? So everybody has their preference, because then there are other women that want that and bigger, right? There are men that want a woman that's 200 plus, because they like them thick in the thighs and cute in the face.
Like them fluffy.
They like them fluffy. And then there are men that won't date anybody over a size 4, right? Everybody has their preferences as far as what people look. Oh, Jesus Christ. Tanya said the strap-on never gets soft, though.
This is true, though. He always ready with a strap-on. Oh, let me see.
Listen, got your Bob, your little friend, okay?
You treat him right, he go all night. That's all I'm saying.
That being said, to bring this to a roundabout place, I think we can all agree that no matter what our individual thoughts are, we can all agree that at the end of the day, each individual is going to make the best decision that they feel they know how to make when it comes to choosing their person, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lay my head on a bird chest.
Now, if you date a grown-ass man, it should not be a bird chest.
I mean,
I don't know. You see some of these skinny motherfuckers around here, they look like they live on the pipe.
Hey, but just like Jay said, whatever your preference is. So if you skinny ass motherfuckers is your preference, that's what you into. So it ain't a bird chest to you. It's just a skinny ass nigga.
Right. So that being said, we can all agree everybody's preferences, what we consider value. I value
and that value is different.
Right. And this is why I paused you and old man earlier, Gypsy, because at the end of the day,
That's my best friend, y'all.
This
I
is
knew
not
she was
personal.
gonna say that. That's my best friend. I knew she was gonna
Tanya
say that.
and skinny niggas got that. Oh my God. Moving on.
That's my best
Like I
friend.
said, Gypsy and old man, that's
That's
why I
my
muted
best
y'all
friend. I
earlier.
knew she was gonna say
Hold on, Gypsy. This is why I muted y'all earlier, because at the end of the day, this ain't personal, right? We sharing our thoughts and what we think and feel based on our experiences, and we invite the people in the audience to do the same thing. But at the end of the day, it's not personal. Ain't nobody got to go home with the other person, so it really don't matter. So
that.
some
But
things.
at the same
Let me
time,
finish. Hold on, let me finish. So what I'm saying, the old man, is the reason, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, Sean, so I'm gonna speak for myself. The reason that I was saying it started to get a little too personal and started to hit below the belt, old man, is because it started to become directly related to who would want Gypsy.
I know. Hey, what did you do?
It started to become directly related to personal qualities and traits instead of just the generalized topic. So that's why I was saying that. Sean, if you want to cue in before I kick it back to Gypsy.
Yeah, she needed a minute anyway. But nah, I mean, and that was the only reason why I brought this topic, because the thought it had occurred to me, because I've seen so many different things about what women consider a high value man, and they want a high value man, and and even like Kevin Samuels would be like, oh, but you're just a waitress. And in my thought process, I'm like, so what? She's a waitress. I
Right.
mean, it's been plenty of times I've gone to Denny's or even goddamn Waffle House and was like, oh damn, she attractive. I might even date her. But then I started talking to her like, oh, never mind. But anyway, if she had the right conversation, things might have went differently. It doesn't matter, because to me, look, at the end of the day, if I love you and shit goes to hell, I will live in a fucking box with you. I don't give a fuck. And I think that's how it should be. But too many people place too many things on what society says what shit should be.
Yeah.
And that's where I think everything gets fucked up, because everybody falls into that, especially with social media. Everybody falls in line with what they think things should be because what social media, what influencers say. And at the end of the day, these motherfuckers don't even got what they got. They just front to get the clicks, the views, the likes, to get more money, to try to get to where they're trying to get to. But people don't even look at that. So that was the whole reason why I asked the question.
Oh man, I muted you again. Whatever you doing in the background, you just look like you fumbling through boxes or something at this point. I don't know, but I muted you. Take yourself off mute when you're ready to respond.
Let me tell you. So I knew I wasn't gonna make it home in time for the show, and so I was in the office, and I didn't want to show it. I was in the office, and
We
I was
respect
still
it, no
trying to
problem.
file papers.
It's not like he was fumbling through boxes and coming through weeds back there.
I know it sounded like he was doing
last time I'm on this Bluetooth, and you can, and I didn't realize it was that sensitive. I'm like, wow. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what, dude.
So I started being still.
Tanya and Jasmine, you ain't gotta have
some other shit.
You just gotta know what you're doing.
What you say, Sean?
I said Tanya and Jasmine, you ain't gotta have no tripod. You just gotta know what you're doing. Now, trust me, you can't come no 4 inches talking about, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Nah, you can't do that. But as long as you got enough, you know what you're doing, you good to go.
So, and I want to add to something you were saying a minute ago, Sean. I think that's the reason a lot of people end up unhappy with the person that they choose, is because they're basing it on what somebody else said. The mama, the daddy, the cousin, the bestie, the ex, the influencer, the celebrity, the fucking whoever, right? They're basing who they choose on what someone else is saying versus what they really desire and what brings them joy. Jasmine said, nah, you right, Sean. What that glizzy do? Oh, Lord Jesus. Yep. Tanya said, if I long you, I don't care what you love you, I don't care what you got. That's facts. Listen, love changes everything. That
My
covers everything.
fucking niece is crazy.
Yeah, love makes them big goggles pop out, right? Then you be like, oh,
My niece is crazy, y'all. I
that
love her
being said,
though.
it's rained in. It's time to go, y'all. We've been
Yeah,
talking and yakking
my cup empty, so yeah, it's
and
time to
I'm
go.
But
getting ready
listen,
to go.
y'all. Let me just say this to close out. Like seriously though,
Yeah.
on a real, a lot of times now, what I was trying to convey is that a lot of things are regional. They're based on where you are located because some people adopt what is considered socially acceptable based on where they live, right? Like
Yeah.
he may not have been looking for the yacht guy, but because where she lives, the yacht guy is what's considered the standard. That's what she's looking for. Me, I'm at 50, at the 54 age, I'm looking for peace. I'm not looking for the standard because I can maintain my own motherfucking standard. I just don't want to argue when I come home every day. I don't hear that shit. I don't want to fucking cook every day either. There's that part. I ain't cooking every day. I don't want to argue, and I ain't have no motherfucking kids. And if you got grandkids, no, they can't come over all the fucking time because I ain't no goddamn babysitter.
Yep. So that being said, we do understand things change based on location, right? Was cool,
Right.
popping, it
Yeah.
necessary, whatever is different in a small town versus a bigger city, in one
That's right.
state versus another, in the
Well, let me share.
Midwest,
Let me share this right here.
in a country versus another.
I'm gonna.
We
I'm gonna
do
say it,
understand
but
what
this is
it is.
how I view it. This is how I view it. Jay, here we go. Let me tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you just like my pal. Uh, it was two of us and a dog.
You're breaking up, old man.
All right. I say it was two of us and a dog got loose. And I'm looking at this dog and it's this muscular dog and it's ready to pounce. I don't have to outrun the dog. I just gotta outrun the next dude.
That's when
So
you,
that's what it's like. You don't have to be the top. Just be better than your next guy.
yeah, but
So that's the opposite.
that's all you do. You just
I'm
trip him.
telling you,
Going.
That's funny.
that's all you have to do. Just be better than that guy. So
No,
that's
you
how
know what?
you'll be. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh man, what's funny though, you using the example of the dog, like true story. True story. This really did happen years ago. I dated this guy. I was out walking my fur baby that was like, 3-4 months old. And I didn't realize I was walking in the neighborhood and I didn't realize that one of the neighbors' dogs had jumped their fence and was coming straight up the driveway at me. And this guy saw the dog and like literally ran across the street and stood in front of me to block me from the dog and my dog,
Oh
right?
wow.
Right. And that ended up, we exchanged numbers and ended up dating for a couple of years. It was funny because that was just, yeah. So sometimes the dog makes you pay attention. All right. On that note, we got to go. My back hurt and I'm ready to shut it down. Love y'all.
Y'all,
It's been great conversation.
thank
Gotta
y'all
go.
for joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
Also, look out for our snippets, y'all. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share those as well. We really love and appreciate our audience. Next week is Thanksgiving. Y'all need to join us for a special edition because what we're going to talk about next week is those toxic ass family members.
Damn. With that, jot your notes, write your thoughts down, talk your shit, get it ready, and come talk to us about what you're going to be doing for Thanksgiving and Christmas to deal with the people that you don't really like. Them people that your
part.
family be like, they ain't coming, and they say they not coming, and then they still come, and you get stuck with them, and y'all looking at them, and they looking at you, and you trying to figure out who's gonna be ready to rumble. Y'all know who we talking about. All
Get
right.
ready to rumble.
Get you something juicy to drink, something yummy to snack on, and meet us here next Tuesday. And in the meantime and in between time, make sure that you share it out. Make sure that you tell everybody you know and help us keep growing and reaching the people. All right? We'll see y'all
And
later.
look out for fluffy clouds.
Take it easy, everybody. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.